All right, Knights of Apollo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the battlefield. We have an absolute epic siege battle for you today. This is a 4v4 at the beautiful city of Constantinople. The factions here on the battlefield are epic. This is an hour-long battle, so get your snacks, get your drinks, and sit somewhere comfortable because this is gonna get real spicy real fast. Now today we do have a sponsor, a very fitting sponsor. So today's video is sponsored by Kingdom Maker. So Kingdom Maker is a free-to-play mobile game on iOS and Android. It combines RTS, RPG, and simulation gameplay to create a deeply immersive, massively multiplayer medieval fantasy world in which players can play their own way. So in the game, you have nobles. These are your avatars for deeply immersive social gameplay. You can use them for research, trading, combat, dungeon exploration, interacting with other player nobles, and you can even get a little romantic and you can make more nobles. The game also has grand social RTS combat. It's simplified, Total War-esque style combat with extremely customizable armies. You can spectate any battle in real time or join the fun. You can see PvP fights announced in global chat and reinforce whoever you please. It's really cool. So guys, do not miss out. There's a link down in the video description. Click on that link and get the game. It is free to play, so you don't really lose anything getting it, right? Just give it a try. You will have a lot of fun. It's on iOS and Android. So use my link down in the video description and you will support my channel. And what I love about the game is that it is a serious game. Like, you can really get immersed into it, but at the same time, it doesn't take itself so seriously. It's loaded with nostalgic, classic medieval fantasy tropes. And it even at times, occasionally breaks the fourth wall while you're playing, which is just really charming. So again, guys, link down in the video description, free to play for iOS and Android. And there's also a QR code down there as well you can use for your phone. So don't miss out. And big thank you to Kingdom Maker for sponsoring this video. All right, guys, welcome back to the battlefield. Things are starting off here, and I just wanted to kind of quickly go over the factions so you see who's fighting, and then we'll dive into the battle once things get really hot between the two armies. So we'll start with the attackers here. They're mostly like German state, sort of factions. So for example, the first faction here on the far left, this is the Holy Roman Empire. They look awesome. You gotta love the Holy Roman Empire. Right next to them, another lovable faction is the Teutonic Order. These guys are sick. Love the uniforms. Love the faction. And then next to them, we have the Electorate of Tyr, which again is another German kind of faction. And look at this uniform. He's got like a saint on it. That's so cool. That is so cool. And then finally, we have a non-German faction. This is actually a Spanish faction. This is the Kingdom of Navarre. So it's like an Iberian kingdom type of faction. So very cool to have them on the battlefield. Let's go ahead and look at the defenders. So inside the grand city of Constantinople, we have the Kingdom of Bulgaria. Or, not Bulgaria. This is, Bulgaria, right? No, what is it? The Kingdom of Bohemia, okay? I mixed them up with, all the other B factions. Anyways, Bohemia, they're defending the left flank from their point of view. Then we have the Kingdom of Croatia. Very cool. We don't see them too often, so it's awesome to see them here. And then next to them, we have Poland. So, epic Pole. Look at these. Oh my god, look at these guys. I've never seen this. Look at this, neck cloak thing. This is awesome. Dismounted Austrian Ritter. Or is this Kingdom of Austria? My bad. This is Austria. This is not Poland. Okay, so there's some German-ish states here as well. So, and then it looks like we got the little, the carts here. That's pretty. The Hussite carts. Very awesome. Anyways, Man, I don't know what's going on. My faction game is off right now. Anyways, the final faction here on defense is the Hungarians, Kingdom of Hungaria. So those are all the factions, 4v4. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody there. And it does look like we have a sally out on this far flank. We have the Hungarians sending out some axemen with invisible axes. Let's go! And they're going to try to stop this tower here, which is full of dismounted Imperial Knights. So I like it. They're getting aggressive. They're trying to slow down this attack. And I don't know, you know, the kind of mindset they have here for how they're going to approach this siege battle. If they're going to try to play the long game. Look, they're just being a nuisance. They charged in, they stopped them, and now they're charging back into the city. That looks cool. So they're going back into the city. Over here, we do have some walls that are just shy of reaching the wall, or we have some towers just shy of reaching the walls. So we'll kind of wait and see how that develops. Same thing over here. I think they might as well go for it. I mean, this is such a big wall here. You know, not all the siege battle rules apply, as in, or like, you know, standard strategies. Like, you don't really have to wait for your, I mean, it would be convenient for you to all attack at the same time, but you don't necessarily have to exactly because it's such a big wall, right? Anyways, we've got some dismounted Imperial Knights. Personally, I wouldn't have sent these men in first because, I mean, I assume you're sending them in to capture these arrow towers. And when you do that, remember, in Attila, when you capture the arrow towers, these crumble and fall. So you could potentially lose a lot of men. But we'll see what they do here. They're probably going to scale down and charge. By the way, guys, this is a massive battle, so we are going to get some performance issues. So it's not your PC, nor is it mine. It's just Total War Attila. Now, ooh, look at this. Spanish Order Foot Knights are backing away from the ram because, oh yeah, the defenders are doing the same thing. We have Bohemia doing the same thing that the Hungarians were doing all the way on the other side, just kind of harassing the defenders and making it more difficult for them to open up this gate. The siege towers have yet to attack the walls. They're just kind of, I guess they're just kind of waiting for this ram. Let's see if they do it again. There they go. They quickly, wow, they can quickly start hammering down this gate. And it's already at 56% damaged. And sure enough, they are going to charge out. This cat and mouse game is ridiculous. And they might actually get him here. Nope. Yep. Nope. Are they going to fight? Looks like they're going in. Yeah, this is not a good situation for the Macemen because they can easily be outflanked. And so he's going to fall back again. He's just being really annoying. Hey, all is fair, right? I'm sure these walls are really annoying. Just ask the Ottomans, right? They got it, though. They got the city. Sad day. But yeah, they are now sending in some big ol' halberd units against some big ol' halberd units. See, who is this? Is this Tyr? Yeah, this is Tyr. And who's sending up troops from here? This is Croatia sending up some forces, trying to hold these walls. So we do have some walls being attacked. We've got a breach in the walls, and Tyr has some knights here that were thinking about charging in and doing some damage, but they do not go for it because there is a nice wall of pikes just waiting for them. And we'll head back over to this other side. Now, it's a big battle, so I'm trying to capture it all. I don't want to miss anything here. What happened to the ram? Oh, did they destroy the gate? So it looks like they destroyed the gate here, but they're not going to quite charge in. I think now is the time to push on all angles, you know, all potential ways to attack. You know, every siege tower, get up there, you know, charge through the gate. Maybe he's is there oil? Maybe that's why. Maybe he's going to wait for the gate to be destroyed or be captured before he, you know, charges in. This looks really promising for the attackers. If I was on the attacking side, I would be focusing a lot of my attention to this spot right here because Croatia the defense here, first off, this wall is really difficult to defend. There's not a ton of towers here. It's mostly open wall, so I would definitely attack this section of the wall pretty heavily and really put pressure on the defenders, because elsewhere you've got gates, you got multiple towers, you know, nice infantry line here. I mean, look how cool this is. I mean, look at all these troops. That's going to be one heck of a struggle to try to fight through. Same thing over here. This wall is probably the hardest section to attack because it's the smallest section. It's so easy to defend. We'll see what happens here, but these troops are just getting melted right now. You just kind of leaving them up on the wall. Oh, they look awesome, but they are getting melted. They're covered in blood. They're getting shot at by the arrow towers. I'm not sure what they're trying to do here. Oh, they've got the ram. Oh, and they're going to do the same thing. They're going to charge out with the Pavi spearmen and annoy the crew, the unit of Pavi's spears. Yeah, don't retreat. Yeah, don't retreat. Just hold your ground and fight them. Why not? And then you can send troops around on the flank right here. That's what I would do. Are they sending anybody up? There we go. Perfect. Okay, that works too. Using some crossbows. They're going to fire at the flank of these spears. It's like, hey, you want to... just kidding. They're going to go up the siege tower. My bad. But that is a good idea to send up the crossbows and just... Or maybe not. I don't know. It looks like... Okay, there they go. Yeah, perfect. And they're just going to shoot at the flank of these guys. And they're going to get some solid kills. So don't let them boss you around. You know, fight back. Fight back. There we go. Now we got some Spanish soldiers scaling the walls, taking on the Austrian sergeants. Back over this way, the attack is in full effect as well. As you can see, a lot of troops are scaling the walls. More Spanish troops scaling the walls and taking on the Mace Man of Bohemia. Some ferocious fighting for these walls. So let's get a bird's eye view here a little bit. Let's get a tactical view. Look how cool this is. Oh man, this looks awesome. So you can see that there's heavy attack on the bottom. If we're looking at this from top to bottom, the bottom is under heavy attack in this section. This is under light attack, but it's also under light defense. These handguns are going to make it interesting. Over here, this looks like a doomed attack. There's so many troops here ready to hold. It's going to be tough for this army to break through. I really think this is just a diversion, and I hope they focus more on this section and break through here and then start running through here. And then over here, the attack is pretty heavy as well, just like the bottom of the map. Oh man, look at all these units. So I'm really curious to see what happens. We've got the handgunners now up on the walls. They're going to rain down hell. This is why you don't really want to give up the walls so early, especially if you're going to try to hold the walls, you know, like right by the walls, because these handgunners are going to get a great view on, you know, on the defenders. And they're currently blasting the back. They're just shooting the back of these Croatian nobles here as they fall back. So it looks like they are going to let the attackers take this one. Now, they still have some infantry trying to hold the stairways, but I really don't see these guys lasting long. And I think this might be the first area where the attackers, you know, get some good ground here. All right, let's go back to the overhead view, and we can see here that, sure enough, this defense is holding. Oh, geez, look at all of the dead. Now the defenders have committed. This is the Hungarians. They have committed axemen to the walls to fight off the Teutonic, or I'm sorry, the Imperial Knights of the Holy Roman Empire. Look at that guy's mustache. Fantastic. And now we've got some handgunners up here as well. Look at that, opening fire. Got a lot of Roman troops, Holy Roman Empire troops. I don't really like to call them Roman. You get what I'm saying, though. So they're kind of running up to the siege tower. I think this is a bit of a mistake for the Holy Roman Empire. I don't think this is a good move, because they're just kind of sending men in to the meat grinder. they're not going to get a lot of progress here. If I'm the Holy Roman Empire, I would, you gotta like keep them honest, right? And kind of sort of attack, but don't attack with full force. Just keep them here occupied while your teammates are making gains over here. Because the defenders are getting overwhelmed. And it's only a matter of time. And it's not that the defenders can't hold this. It just seems like the defenders didn't want to hold it. You know, they didn't put a lot of pressure on this wall, and that's fine. You know, it's part of the grander strategy of things. It's just as an attacker, you really got to take advantage of that. There we go. More Croatian nobles here. Croatian nobles. And then back here, it looks like this attack is actually it's going pretty well. Which I'm kind of surprised. Again, this side of the battle kind of reminds me of the total opposite side of the battle, where it's very close quarters. The defenders can easily hold. But, you know, the defenders, it's definitely a bigger wall compared to the other side. But maybe the defenders don't necessarily want to hold this. I think they just want to do a little bit of damage and then possibly fall back. But I think the attackers, the Spanish attackers here, have a good chance of claiming this wall without losing too many casualties. And the good news is that the more and more of these troops dying means better frame rate. Now we've got troops charging through the breach. This is the Teutonic Order. Oh, this looks so cool. Teutonic Order charging through the breach. And they are going to try to rely on those big axes, try to break through these shields. Huge axes. Now, if they can break through this infantry and the defenders don't properly reinforce it, which it looks like they do have some reserves here that they could easily push up and reinforce, but if they don't move quickly, the Teutonic Order might be able to sneak in some cav and run down these archers if they're fast enough, but we'll see how that plays out. Over here, the defenders are winning on these walls. Now, it doesn't look like the best troops are attacking, and it looks like, is this a civilian? Oh no, this is a flailman. The flailmen have like civilians in it. I don't know. I thought, you know how sometimes in Attila you'll have like citizens running around or the town folk running around. That guy just lost his head. I thought it was just a random town person that got up on the walls and was fighting. That would have been epic, but no, it's a unit. It's definitely a unit. Back over here, the defense still going strong for the Hungarians as they continue to fight on the Holy Roman Empire. The Holy Roman Empire. It was neither Holy Roman or an empire. You know, you always got to be that guy, you know? You got to throw that in. So these guys just seem to be cheering for no reason, as they are getting sliced and diced by the dismounted Imperial Knights, late period Imperial Knights. So, again, I think the defense is going to easily hold. You can see all the reserves they have. So let's go back over to a more sensitive side, which is right here. This is going to be the first section of wall where the attackers have gotten inside the settlement and are now charging the streets of Constantinople. This has to be a troubling sight if you are a civilian in the city, because this is not too common. But you got to be careful, you know. I think Tyr is getting a little too aggressive here. I think he needs to wait until more reinforcements get here. You know, fall back, use the gunners up on the walls. Yeah, excellent. And that's what he is doing that. Last minute turnaround. Look at these gunners. They got a great view. Man, what a great view of Constantinople. I love this city. as they brutally attack it. That's how it be. That's how it be. Now, back over on this side, we've got smart play here by Tyr, and this is why it's so important just to break through somewhere for opportunities like this. Oh my god, epic cap charge. So yeah, what I was saying is Tyr needs to break through here and put pressure on the defenders over here. Oh, and Bohemia's not backing down. Look at that. They're setting up reinforcements. They're like, no, 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 no. You think you can flank because you've gotten through a little bit of the wall? Think again. Think again, sailor, okay? Because they're going to hold against these Spanish attackers, and it's just a real mess up here, a real bloodbath. Look at these guys not wanting to quit. Men fighting to the death. It's insane, insane battle. And this cav is still running amok, guys. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. You can't get too confident. Now they're gonna get a rear charge. Oh, this looks awful. What is going on? I was using that like follow camera and it looked terrible. Anyways, really good flank on the attackers here. That's going to be a huge win for the defenders. Huge win right there. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you've got to be careful when you claim a section of wall. You can't just like start charging men here left and right wherever you want. You got to kind of consolidate your forces so things like this won't happen. These glorious cav charges that just utterly broke 3-4 units of attackers. Oh, dude, these shields, how they're like concaved. So like if they get hit, the lance, you know, bounces off of them. So cool. Yeah, these models, just every time I play this game, the models just look better and better. Like the unit models. This defense for this breach is still underway. And yeah, this is looking like a total nightmare for the Holy Roman Empire. Now, the Holy Roman Empire still has a lot of troops in the back here. But the question is, when is he going to activate them? When is he going to send them in? I honestly think, I think he should wait. Keep them busy, you know, keep them honest, like I said earlier, but you got to wait until your teammates break through somewhere else, and then you push in. And, you know, they are kind of having some success here. The dismounted Ritterbrüder of the Teutonic Order is breaking through these Pavis, these Austrian Pavis spears, but they are going to reinforce it right now. Boom. There it is. Now, we'll see if the Holy Roman Empire or the Teutonic Order will send in reinforcements. It looks like they were thinking about sending in cav. Oh, the glorious cav. And they do have some archers right by the walls. Are these? Yeah, these are the Prussian archers. So they're firing over the walls, trying to get some kills. I think we're going to have some infantry join the fray. Another unit of dismounted Ritterbrüder are going to be joining this fight pretty soon. Look at this guy on top of the rubble. He's like giving out orders. He's like, hold your ground, man. Hold your ground. Keep fighting. Watch the left flank. You know, he's pointing out guys he hates. You know, giving them the stare down. Whoa. He's got Archer Militia possibly going in. Might have just gotten too close. And this is just total disaster for Tyr here. He was on the doorsteps of Constantinople to now being completely pushed back to the walls. That's a huge win for the defenders. They just utterly turn this battle around. Oh, look at these knights. Look at these knights. I love the saint image. New models here. It looks cool. fight still going on. Talk about an utter bloodbath on this section of wall. Both teams just fighting it out. It's insane how they're just stubborn. They don't want to give it up. Neither side. So really, it's going to come down to a battle of attrition. Who's going to have the most few men remaining? Usually it goes in favor of the attackers, but we'll see. I mean, the defenders have been doing a great job here. The balance of power is still in favor of the attackers, and it does look like they are calling it quits over near the port side of Constantinople. They have no reserves. They've got a unit of archers that are just popping off, I assume, right now. It does appear to me that once the attackers defeat this infantry, they're going to have open field to advance forward, because they have fallen all the way back, guys, all the way back. Now, over here, different story. They fight on. Now, the Teutonic Order has sliced through the defenders. They are the second faction to get into the city streets of Constantinople. Now we've got an epic cav charge by the Duke of Austria. And the dismounted Ritterbrüder are going to stand their ground, and they're going to regroup. What the Teutonic Order wants to do right now is just file in troops, rush in men. And I think the first thing they're going to rush in, the epic, the legendary Teutonic Order Knights. They're cav. Here they go. This is going to make things very interesting. And I do apologize about the framiness, guys. It's a huge map. It's got a lot of factions. There they go. Into the city of Constantinople. We'll see what happens here. You know, they're going to be licking their lips, looking for soft targets. They've got one cav unit in. They're not going to send them all in. Oh, they're going to run down. Oh, why? They're going to run down these crossbows over here if they can catch up to them. There we go. That's a huge... Because this crossbow unit still has most of their ammo. This is a huge loss. They need to try to save these crossbows because they're going to need them later. Oh, and there goes the wagons opening fire. This is so epic. This is so cool. Opening fire at the advancing cav as they try to run down the retreating defenders. And now... now they're attacking the wagons. I don't know if you have to get behind them or what. Oh, dude, so many... Oh, this is huge loss for the defenders. So many units of archers are getting caught out here. They are running them down. They've broken the crossbows here. Now they're most likely going to break the guns, the handgunners. All right, let's zoom out here. Let's do a tactical view and see what's happening. Over here, still a glorious defense by the Hungarians. But because of this recent advance by the Teutonic Order, we might see the troops here fall back because eventually the Teutonic Order could collapse on the flank of the defenders here. So they might fall back to this inner street. We've got a lot of reserves kind of waiting in the inner street. You know this battle is going to turn into a battle of many streets. We have one here, one big one here, and another one here. So 3 potential choke points, and it will be interesting to see how this plays out. The attackers are breaking through over here as well. So it's looking really, it's looking better for the attackers. I think so far the attackers have kind of struggled a little bit, but they're gaining a lot right now by killing 2 units of skirmishers, rapidly advancing into the city streets of Constantinople, and it's really going to come down to... Oh, this is crazy. Look at this. It's really going to come down to... Is he going to try to flank around this thing? I guess you just kind of attack it. It's kind of weird, right? It's how to deal with. It's kind of awkward. Teutonic soldier's just like, I'll just hit it with my mace. I'll hit this wagon. This guy in here is just chilling like, bro, I'm so screwed. Like, look at him. He's just like, oh, dude, I'm so... He's trying to stay stoic here. He's just trying to get his face. Oh, I got his eyeball there a little bit. He's just like, oh, I'm so dead. That's a face of just pure giving up. Just purely giving up. But it's putting up a hell of a stand. Might have been better to put this thing in like a street way or something. Oh, but look at this, dude. The Hungarians are not backing down. They have a epic defense of troops ready to hold and defend the flank. Oh, is he backing down? Yeah, I wouldn't either. And you know the Holy Roman Empire is just like, dang it, dude. Like, let me advance. I want to play too. I want to play too. Look how sick this army is, though. I mean, seriously. Like, what? What a great aesthetic. So cool. But yeah, they just gotta wait. I mean, they just have to wait. The Teutonic Order is just fine. Oh my God, the cav was just slaughtered by these wagons. You might want to just send in infantry, keep the cav out of there. Oh, got some handgunners. Looks like they were firing at the street, but now we've got a little bit of a street battle. We got some knights, dismounted knights of tier, electorate tier or whatever, against these spearmen. They should break, but the knights are kind of losing this. And way over on this side, they've pushed the defenders completely back over to like this market area. I don't even know it's such a beautiful city though. I mean, look at the building. I know this is just like default Attila, like this is just Constantinople, but man, it looks awesome. Look at that. Oh, so good. So, I mean, right now, Tyr and the Teutonic Order are putting up a fierce fight for the inner streets, and they now wait for their allies to kind of advance as well. We're about halfway, guys, halfway through the battle. It's crazy. It's crazy. I feel like they've been fighting forever, but there's still a lot of fight left. Now we have the Spanish troops pouring into the city, and they're going to get their archers into position. And it's going to be tough, guys. I mean, dealing with these gunners in the streets like this, it's going to be really tough. They're going to do a lot of damage. That armor that your troops are wearing, yeah, it's not going to do much. And then far on this side, it looks like, oh, he's going to call it quits. He's going to call it quits, guys. The Hungarians are not going to hold. But out of all the defenders, I think the Hungarians are doing the best. And not to take away from the player, it is because his position is pretty easy to defend. But still, he could have thrown it away. He could have done something stupid. He's doing a good job of keeping this place defended. Oh, whoa. Did we get a big cab charge over here? For the Ritterbrüder? All right, so a lot of troops still sitting back in reserve. The Hungarians are falling back. I think they went the wrong way there by accident. Yeah, it's smart of them to fall back. I do respect that the player tried to put up somewhat of a stand, but I'm glad he's falling back, because what would happen is that these gunners would just fire at him, and they would just, you know, get sliced down, and then they would be flanked, and then at the same time the Holy Roman Empire would attack, which they are now moving in epic fashion. Look at this. Oh man, that is cool. What a cool shot that is. You got the infantry advancing, the city the city in the background. You can see troops marching far in the streets. That's awesome. So the Holy Roman Empire advances. Thanks to their allies, they're able to secure this position. The Teutonic Order even following up with some dismounted Ritterbrüder, ready to engage the enemy down this long street. So, what? Okay, whoa. There's some big fighting over here. Some cab charges by these Knights of Tyr. We got some Spanish Order soldiers here as well, accompanied with some bowmen who are letting loose some arrows and softening up the halberds. Good target to focus down. These guys are monsters up close, so the best way to take care of them is far away with your skirmishers. And naturally, the player is going to fall back, try to save as many souls as possible. You don't want your men dying from an arrow. You'd rather them die from a sword or a spear, meaning, you know, they're fighting up close and personal. We've got some Croatian Pavi spears. Let me look at these shields here. Oh, dude. The medieval aesthetic. Just beautiful. So cool. They look awesome. So they're charging in infantry. Handgunners nearby. Oh, yeah. Look at this. Teutonic Order. The Holy Roman Empire have taken the walls. It's gonna be a bloodbath here. And this is an interesting formation. Look what he's doing here. He's got 2 columns of infantry ready to engage this halberd unit. I think what he's doing is he's gonna fire through this column. Look at that. That is really cool. Dude, I give him an A+ for something I've never seen before, for creativity. He's got 2 units of guns here. Do you see how he's doing this? That's really cool, because what happens, he's going to be able to protect his gunners if these halberds try to quickly charge him, because he's got the 2 columns of infantry there. This is genius. This is awesome. This is really cool. What the heck? Look at that. I've been making these videos for almost 10 years now. Almost 10 years. And it's not every day that I get to see something unique like this. This is really awesome. And these guys are getting slaughtered. This is a hell of a tactic here. And see, they're advancing forward, but they're only going to get chopped down by these dismounted Ritterbrüder. Dude, what a fight. They're done. They're dunsies. Yeah, and they're breaking the wrong way. It's all right. That's genius. Well done. Well done. Over here, I mean, they should do the same thing everywhere. But the dismounted Ritterbrüder are going to break through these Pavi's shields of Austria. And then over here, the fighting has been absolutely brutal. You can see all the casualties on the ground right there. But another fresh unit of halberdiers from Tyr moves up to bring pain to these Pavi spearmen of Croatia, which they are breaking right now. Oh, but the gunners are ready. Oof. Gunners are gonna just have a field day because their units are out of the way. Let's go over to the other side. Let's see how Spain is kind of dealing with this flank by himself. Looks like it's still pretty much where we left off. We got, I think, just cav just kind of cycling in. Lots of dead cav here. I don't know if that's from guns or what, but he's just kind of cycling. This is such an epic battle, dude. This is so cool. I love just seeing, I just love the medieval time period. All the colors, the armor, the flags, the horses, the banners. Just an epic time. Epic time. All right, now we got infantry pushing forward once again. Man, the attackers are doing a really good job here. Really good job. They are making great progress. They are making more progress than I ever expected. Like this quickly. Like, I expected them to push through, but not this quickly. And these handgunners are absolutely key to bringing down this defense. And now the gunners are going to have a field day of just shooting at the retreating defenders. All right, let's go ahead and go tactical view and see what's going on from above. So you can see that this massive force down this street here, just cleaning up fools. A lot of handgunners, they're going to get out of position here. He's going to fall them back. We got a unit of, I almost said Australian. That's like a common, I don't know if that's like an American thing, but you always mix up Austria, Australia. They sound similar. Anyways, he's running down some infantry to kind of surround the Ritterbrüder. Over here, we've got some Pavy Spears holding back, but they're not going to last much longer. So I assume they're going to fall back to the next layer of defense, which I think is going to be probably this corner here, maybe here, and then here. We'll see how far back they go, but we're definitely seeing some good progress from the attackers. Really good progress. Now Cav is coming in. They're just using everything they have. There they go. They're just going to keep pushing. Yeah. Don't let the handgunners escape. Oh, they need to send Cav. They need to send Cav, but it's too late. It's too late at this point. What is that? Is that a mortar or something? Like this? I just see random explosions in this battle. I mean, it's really cool, but what is that coming from? Oh, there we go. There goes the Cav, but I think it's too late. They might be able to get this unit here. But yeah, the infantry is going to move forward, which closes the gap. And the Cav is going to, yeah. If he was a little bit faster, he might have been able to get those handgunners. Good save by the defenders. Good save by the defenders. Back over here, the defenders are breaking. This is Croatia. Their Pavy Spears are breaking against the ocean waves of the attackers. The never-ending crashing waves of men that just keep attacking the same spot. Oh, hold on. He's sending some Cav over. He's got some knights. It looks like he's going for some archers here. They are out of ammo, so it's not a huge loss for the defenders. Oh, wait. No, he called them off. No, go for it. Just kill them. You're going to save lives. Even though they're just archers, they're not going to kill a lot, but still, like, break units as fast as possible, even if it's just archers. Why are you stopping? Just charge them. What are you doing? Go, go, go. Oh, yeah. Excelente. What a great fight this has been. Now the handgunners. Ooh, we got ourselves a little bit of a Napoleonic battle here. We got some line battles going on in the city streets of Constantinople. So they're moving up. They're going to open fire, and they're going to try to... oh, this is going to be intense here. It'd be kind of cool if the first unit, like, kneeled down so the unit behind them could fire. And then once they reload, they stand up and fire and repeat. I mean, I know that, you know, that's never going to happen, but that would be cool. It would just be cool if they made a medieval game like this. You know, I'm not going to be one of those people that always is like, oh, I hope they make a Medieval 3. Because it's not going to be like this. It's going to be like cartoony and arcadey and not fun. But if they ever went back to the classics with their old style, which I hope they do one day. I mean, I really do. I don't want to hate CA. I really don't. Like, I want to be excited for their games again. It's not like I'm just being a negative Nelly just to be a negative Nelly. I really want them to make good games again. I do. So I've heard rumors, like people have told me that like, hey, you know, they went back. Their next historical game is going to be like realistic. If that's true, I'll be on board. I'll be on board. I'll be down. I'll be down to play. All right, so now we have Spanish Order Foot Knights closing in. And they're going to join the fray. Oh, man, look at this street battle. This is actually a really good position for the attackers because it's so wide. And it's going to make it more... It's going to make it so the defenders have to have more up in the front line instead of just one unit. Look at the building in the background. Got like a cathedral in the background. And now we've got a lot of attacking troops. No, I'm sorry, these are defending troops coming to reinforce. Look at this absolute bloodshed in this courtyard. Look at this nice maneuver here. Nice column maneuver by Croatia. The Croatians coming into town, ready to flank. Oh, this is huge, huge. Well, they're not flanking. They're reinforcing the front line. My bad. I keep confused. I keep thinking yellows with red. There we go. Nice victory there. Let's go check out what else is going on around the battlefield. Oh, man, this is so intense. We got some halberds with some pavis waiting in reserve, ready to break through here. And then we've got some units kind of holding back over here as well. Over on this side, it's just been a slow burner. It was super aggressive. Now it's a bit of a skirmish, a big skirmish between handgunners and crossbows, and it's getting pretty nasty. Lots of death from above and straightforward, I guess. But they're kind of kiting the attackers, kind of hitting them and falling back. Look how close they're getting. All these troops. Oof. You can just see the projectiles closing in. Oh, do we get a cap charge? Oh, they're... Oh, no. That's just infantry charging in. Let's see if they get them. No. That's why, if it was cav, you probably could have, but... So now they can just send back the gunners and crossbows and keep up the skirmish. Let's go back over to this big courtyard battle where the defenders have rallied with some good flanking, some good column formations. Get in there, reinforce their lines. The Spanish troops here, which I assume it's mostly the Kingdom of Navarre, they need to send up more men here. I mean, they definitely have the men sitting in reserve. But honestly, guys, we are getting down to the end of the battle. 14 minutes left. So we are just now entering the late stages of this fight. And it does look like the defenders are starting to break here. And then we've got a column push. Look at this, a column push. That's beautiful. Spanish Order Foot Knights. And it's not like a push through, which you can't really do that in Attila anyways. It's just a well maneuvered column push, march through the defenders where there was a gap. And now they have surrounded. And I think this might be the end of this defense. Now over on this side, we've got some halberds. Don't even engage them. Don't even, just wait. Because the attackers over here are about to break through and then they can get behind the halberds. If you're worried about the halberds retreating and getting out of the fight, then maybe yes, engage them to prevent them from running. But for now, if they're just standing there, do not engage. Wait for them to fall back. And then here comes more infantry, really trying to squeeze through these gaps and put as much pressure on the on the defenders, preventing reinforcements from getting up to the front line. We've got the Spanish Order foot knights holding off some dismounted Austrian knights. And look at this courtyard. It's just full of metal, sweat, and blood. Metal, sweat, blood. Now there's some horses in here as well. Oh, and this is just a big racket here. Oh, did the halberds get out? Oh, the halberds got out. They snuck out. Good for them. Good for the defenders. They're going to regroup and form a line at this street. Okay. This is where things are going to get pretty wild over here as well. The skirmishing is over. It's time for the infantry to have some fun. And now the Teutonic Order is going to push up. They're just blatantly charging handgunners, which honestly, it's not a terrible idea. Look at all these handgunners though, just firing everywhere, trying to soften these guys up. Whoa. Oh, this is okay. It was like, I thought this was attacking Cav. It's defending Cav. It's the Austrians, the Australians. No. And now we have a clash of infantry over here as well. Teutonic Order and the Holy Roman Empire need to send up more. Just look at this battlefield. Look at all those troops just waiting to push in. Got some Holy Roman Empire Cav in the mix as well. More infantry pouring up. This is just like an ocean of enemies. And they're trying to hold them back, but they need to send up more, and they don't have more. You see, there's a big gap right here. I guess it's good for the handgunners. Ooh, yeah, good shooting there. But is it going to be enough? I don't know. Back over on this side, it's looking pretty troublesome for the defenders. If we currently look at the men left, the attackers outnumber the defenders by 1,000, which isn't too bad, but it's getting pretty bad. Now might be the time to completely fall back. Yeah, I think they've got to completely fall back. But the problem is, all these units here are stuck. They have to fight. And this floodgate is about to, like, this dam is cracking right here. And the water is going to break through down this street. You like my metaphors here? Anyways, all these troops are going to push in, and they're going to surround these units over here. So they have no escape, because unless they can quickly break these guys, which it doesn't look like that's going to be the case, because it's the defenders that are wavering against these epic, these halberd, like, dismounted knights. Now we got some cav coming into play. Oh, just total chaos. Total chaos. What an epic fight though, dude. This has been great. I haven't seen a replay this good in so long. This so grand, so epic. That's why I love these replays, because you never know what you're gonna get. You never know. And we're down to the last 9 minutes of the battle. The question is, I think at this point, for the defenders to win this battle, they have to rely on time. Now, is this 9 minutes left of the timer or 9 minutes left of the battle replay? There is a big difference. So we'll see. But so far, by the looks of this, it does appear that the attackers are winning, but we are getting a considerable amount of breaking here. What are they doing? Why is the Holy Roman Empire charging in? Why are you charging in your general? Oh man, a nice flanking charge by the Hungarian bodyguard. But I'm so confused on, like, look at the Holy Roman Empire. He has all these troops back here, but they could severely be weakened by the death of the general. If their general dies, their morale is going to plummet. So keep them alive so these units fight harder. So stop throwing in your general, you madman. But thankfully, they are breaking the defenders. The defenders probably are going to fall back here. That's pretty epic. This Hungarian general went in for one last charge, and now he's falling back, even though the unit is all kinds of messed up with like floating heads. They have no bodies. It's all right. Sometimes this mod glitches out with that. I don't know if it's just me or I need to reinstall the mod, but sometimes the armors don't properly appear. Like this unit over here, these heavy axemen. Their bodies are invisible. So the defenders still have a considerable amount of troops here, but again, I think it's time for them to fall back and play for time, and that's what it looks like they are doing. They're going to fall back all the units they possibly can and prepare for the final defense. Now for the attackers, what they're going to do is just clean up what's left. They've got a lot of these defending troops surrounded, so they're going to clean up these troops as quickly as possible. Yes. Well, actually, the defenders are holding pretty strong here. The attackers need to break through here and get to the other side. There's some Croatian nobles who are holding, and this is it. These nobles are holding back a mighty army ready to break through. How brave you'd have to be one of these Croatian nobles. And yeah, they break. There we go. They're gonna now charge through the Holy Roman Empire. Look at this. Look at this guy's uniform. Look at that eagle. That's cool. So they're gonna charge through and help surround these defenders and break them once and for all. This balance of power is about to get way worse, and now you can see a huge difference in manpower. So it's absolutely gonna come down to the defenders winning by time. If they have any chance of winning, it's going to be through time and not anything else. These troops are falling back. So when they actually fall back to the inner keep, I guess they could just hold here and hold here. That's what I would do. I think that's what they're gonna do. And the attackers are not even letting up. I thought there was going to be a little bit of a break there, waiting for the attackers to move up, but they're not even letting. They just sent it. We've got the Spanish general is just like, YOLO, I'm going in. I'm going in. I'm going to kill everyone here. Oh, dude. And then by chasing down the retreating defenders, these handgunners got caught out by the general. This is the Bohemian general. Again, have floating torsos. Kind of terrifying. But here comes the infantry to clean up the rest. And now we have units breaking. Oh yeah. That is the deal breaker right there, guys. There is no way the defense again, well, if they're trying to do it by time, there might be a way, but they really need to stop this. Like, stop trying to, I guess they're trying to kill the general. That might be possible here. His handgunners are getting run down. But at this point, he just needs to rally everyone to over here. Everyone. Let's see, he might be able to kill the general here. Again, that might be enough to cause a chain rout. Probably not, but you never know. Oh, nice little volley there, too. That's vicious. But they're going to support their general with some infantry. Prevent him from dying. Get these handgunners out of there. What are you doing? They're desperate. They're desperate to kill the general. Look at them. Just doing drive-bys. Just running and shooting. And this is it for the final stand. Do they have enough time? Can they hold out? It's a race against the clock. There's still a ton of attackers. Woo. Ton of attackers. You know what's funny is the defenders had more men at the start of the battle than the attackers. It's just the attackers had better quality troops than the defenders. There we go. They're going to slice through those handgunners. The general breaks here. And now it's going to come down to this. Halberdiers from Croatia. Halberdiers from Bohemia. Oh no, they're breaking. Maybe not. All right, guys. So I think that's going to seal the deal. So we'll go ahead and fast forward. I'm not going to edit it out. I'll let you guys see how this unravels. The troops are breaking right now. So what I assume is going to happen is it's kind of a weird situation. Why aren't they attacking? They're kind of running through this little temple here, this little cathedral. They're kind of running through and trying to get behind. Didn't even know you could do that. That's pretty cool. Now they're charging the halberds. Croatia's on the verge of cracking here. And I'm actually kind of surprised that Croatia's still holding, since they've been wavering for a long time. And now they're just like bomb rushing their infantry in. The spears are holding strong here from Bohemia. Look at this epic last stand. I mean, look at this from bird's eye view. Look at this. Oh, wow. Wait, who's general? They must have killed... Oh, there's a gap right here. This might seal it right here. Oh, there we go. Croatia falls. There's 42 seconds left. I think this is going to seal the deal. This general's going in for a charge. Yeah. What a fight. Oh my god. And now the general is going to go deal with their general. 20 seconds left. 20 seconds left, and this unit's still going strong. Hold on, let's do normal speed. 10 seconds. Can they hold? I honestly thought they were going to break. Looks like they're going to break now. 3, 2, 1. And that's it there. Yep. Okay, so they are defeated. The defenders do fall. Just shy of an hour long. A valiant defeat. Absolutely valiant. As they made these attackers pay for this settlement. And there you have it, guys. They've taken it. An absolute bloodbath. Let's end this replay and look at the results. Man, I hope you guys really enjoyed this one, because I had a blast covering this one. It was action-packed from start to finish with a lot of cool medieval, scenes. But you can just look at the losses here. I really hate how Attila doesn't show you the kills. I mean, you can see the kills of individual units, which you can see the Kingdom of Croatia here is, they've got a lot with their halberd dismounted knights, but unfortunately it just wasn't enough. Okay, there we go. We finally loaded in. So Kingdom of Croatia. By the way, this was sent in by Money Killer. He was the Croatian player. So big props for sending in a defeated, where you were defeated in the battle. People usually don't do that. But I'm going to go ahead and just kind of file through these quickly. Not file through them, but click on these different factions, and you can pause and look at the kills of these units. But good game to all the players here. This was extremely entertaining and very cinematic and just a lot of fun. So hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. This was a blast. The epic Siege of Constantinople is over and done, and it was worth it. So and I hope you enjoyed your snacks and drinks. You probably finished them 5 minutes into the battle, but that's how it goes, right? You just eat eat too quickly. That happens to me all the time, especially with movies. You ever pop popcorn for a movie and then you finish? Sometimes if you're not sure what movie you're gonna watch, and you're like, you're going through like Netflix or something, and then you realize you've eaten all the popcorn before you even started the movie. Anyways, let's end it here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on the battlefield.